Now that we've successfully downloaded and installed Zotero to our web browser and desktop, it's time to add sources to our library. To keep information organized, you can create a file and name it after your project. Let's say I'm researching climate change for a paper. I'm going to click New Collection up here and name it. Now I can add items to my library. By clicking the green plus button, I can choose what type of source I need. Book, book section, document, film, journal article. If I hover over More, you can add just about anything you can imagine. Then I can edit the information however I need. Let's say I have a book. We're going to call it Climate Change Book Smith. First name John. We'll say it has 2 volumes, publisher, New York Press. I'm just making this up as a sample. Now this is a little tedious, so I can also add things by identifier. By clicking on this magic wand next to the green plus, I can type in items such as the ISBN, the Digital Object Identifier or DOI, the PMID or PubMed reference number, or the archive ID. I'm going to enter the ISBN for a book that I'm using for my paper. Hit enter, and it saved it. As you can see, it automatically entered all of the information for the source. Make sure that everything's correct because it doesn't always enter everything correctly. And you can edit it as needed. Next, I'm going to show you how to add electronic sources through the Zotero connector that we downloaded to our web browser. So I'm going to start with an online article. Once the page is loaded, click Zotero. It looks like it's a little newspaper because this is a newspaper article. You'll notice that the Zotero connector changes its appearance based on the information that's available. We're going to save it to climate change paper, but if I wanted to, I could save it to my library. Either way, it will save it to the main library. Click this arrow. You can add tags if you like. Once you're done, click Done. And there it is. Always remember to sync. Now, depending on your research style, you can also save entire database searches or just single items. Here's my search on climate change in my library's catalog. Now the Zotero connector has turned into a file. So I'm going to click that and select which items I'd like to add to my library. I can select all or deselect all. I'm just going to click a few just for an example. Click OK. Click Done, and there they all are. If you want to go back to something you've saved, you can double-click it and Zotero will take you right back to where you were. Next, let's try to save this PDF article I have saved on my desktop. All I have to do is drag and drop it from my desktop to Zotero. There it is. You'll notice that Zotero fills in the information like the name of the article, whereas before on my desktop it was just called article, so that's helpful. However, the author's name is missing, so I'm going to have to fix that myself. This item was written by an organization, the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. So I'm going to click this right next to it. That just means that it's one name instead of two. And there we go. In the next video, I'll be showing you how to create group libraries to share your sources.